The rain poured heavily as 15-year-old Adam stood outside a small, aging house with nothing but a torn backpack and tears in his eyes. When the front door opened, his grandmother, Margaret, gasped.
Adam?
What happened? His voice shook. Dad and Lisa said they don't want me anymore. For a moment, Margaret could not breathe. The son she had raised with all her love had turned his back on his own child. Adam looked down at the wet ground. I'm sorry for coming here. Margaret pulled him into her arms. Never apologize for coming home. That night, she made him hot soup, dried his clothes, and prepared the tiny sewing room as his bedroom. Margaret was nearly 70. She lived on a small pension, and her hands hurt from years of hard work. Yet she sold her wedding ring to buy Adam school books and skipped meals so he would never feel hungry. At night, she often heard him crying. Why didn't they want me? Margaret would sit beside him and whisper, their failure to love you does not define your worth. Adam struggled at school. He was angry, hurt, and convinced he would never matter to anyone. But Margaret never gave up. Every morning she made breakfast and told him, you are stronger than your pain. Every evening she stayed awake helping him study. Slowly, Adam began to believe her. His grades improved. His confidence returned. He earned scholarships and graduated with honors. As he crossed the stage, he looked only at Margaret sitting in the front row, tears streaming down her face. This is for you, Grandma, he said. 5 years later, Margaret was older and weaker. Her hair had turned completely silver, and walking had become difficult. One quiet afternoon, a black car stopped in front of her house. Adam stepped out wearing a white doctor's coat. He was now Dr. Adam Collins, a pediatric surgeon who saved children's lives. Margaret burst into tears. You did it. Adam knelt and kissed her hands.
No, Grandma.
You did. He handed her an envelope. Inside was the deed to a beautiful home with a rose garden. I wanted to give you a place as warm and safe as the one you gave me. Margaret held him tightly. You were always my greatest blessing. A few weeks later, Adam's father appeared at the door, older and full of regret. Can he ever forgive me? He asked. Adam looked at him and said, you abandoned me, but she taught me how to forgive. Years later, Margaret passed away peacefully with Adam holding her hand. At her funeral, Adam stood before a crowded church. Everyone says I became successful because I worked hard, he said. But the truth is, one woman loved me when no one else did. After her death, Adam transformed her home into a shelter for abandoned children. Above the entrance, he placed a sign, Margaret's Home, where every child hears the words, "You're home now."